What's up, everyone? Welcome to Ride Along Live. Yes, welcome to the ride, guys. Welcome to the ride. As we come to you from our remote studios here in Grenada. As you're coming, go ahead and share up the thing. We got some great information for you guys. Excellent information for you today. Everybody need to watch this. Everybody need to tune into this. Everybody need to share this. They say sharing is caring, and if you care, you go share today. Yes. It's a whole vibe today, guys. Whole vibe. Patricia, how you doing? Welcome to the ride. Welcome to the ride. Lynette, how you doing? How are you? How are you? Big up yourself. Wendy Charles, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you so much. Agatha. Listen, a few of you guys I ain't see for a long time, eh? Yeah, it's a few of you guys I ain't see for a long time. I got a policy. If I ain't see you for a long time, as soon as you come in, you have to drop something in the caddy. You have to pay that tip or sit in the back of the class or something, eh? And I appreciate that. Marisha, how you doing? Big up yourself. Yeah, I'm here on business, guys. This is not a vacation in any way, shape, or form, by the way, all right? Not vacation in any shape or form. Twit, how you doing? Thank you so much. Shante, big up yourself. Guys, very, very important, as I said earlier. We're going to be telling you about the CESS, which is the COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat. Well, about the Secretariat, but also about the grant funding for business. It is a great initiative, and we have in studio here in Grenada, it's a Quince Britain, who is going to be telling us all about this here. Now, I know a lot of you guys are interested in finding out ways that you could increase or upgrade or add stuff to your business and you were affected by COVID, or if you have a brand new business, you could still benefit from this. So it's a great opportunity, guys. I want to make sure everybody share. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? Big up yourself. Thank you so much, Patricia. Yeah. Go ahead and share it, man. Go ahead and share it, because they said if you're a small business owner or thinking of starting a small business, you could benefit from this. I give you all your time to share, because I don't want nobody to say that they ain't get the information. I don't want nobody to say that information went over their head. We want to share it with you guys, because they are offering, get this, up to $30,000. Up to $30,000. And it could be more too, because it's support. Queen's Britain is going to tell you about the whole thing. They'll tell you about the whole thing. But it's exciting times for small business owners, guys. Exciting time. Big up. Let me share, hold on, guys. Before I start, let me share the program over on my page as well, because I have some friends over there. I want them to benefit from this information. It's a must. Let me go ahead and share it over here. Hey, Yulene, how you doing? Thank you so much. Yes. Everybody that is sharing, they actually care. Shami Spice, yeah, share it to Shami Spice. That could definitely benefit her business as well. Yes. Akeem, I see you. Hold on, let me go ahead and share it to some of my pages, my friends. I want the whole world to see this. All right, Val, how you doing? All right, guys, so let's go right into it. So again, are you a small business owner or thinking about starting a small business? Then you could benefit from this business grant offered by the government of Grenada. And joining us to give us some more information on this inside, live in studio with me, is Mr. Quince Britain. Quince, welcome to the ride. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great. Good afternoon or good evening.
Yeah.
Good night to wherever you're locked on and listening from and watching.
Yeah.
As well, all over the world.
Absolutely. Listen, thanks for coming in. And you actually making history today, because I'll tell you why. You were the first guest I had in studio ever.
Wow.
Everybody else is virtual.
It's a pleasure.
So you're making history today.
Yes, most definitely. Well, as you know, just if the people from St. Mark or throughout Grenada who know that's my mantra, we make our mark in St. Mark, and as a son of the soil.
Yeah.
I feel very proud, that I made history here today.
Yes, the first person in studio.
And I come to bring great news, not just, here. And we're not just liming, but we come to share information.
Yes, absolutely. Now, first of all, Quince, tell us about this great initiative. Tell us a little bit more about it before we get into the particulars and stuff like that. Tell us about it.
All right, Junior. So the government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Finance and the COVID Economic Support Secretariat.
Let me see if I could increase your mic volume a bit. I hear they saying that either you need to speak a little louder or your mic volume is a bit low. So let me try to increase your volume a bit. Go again.
All right. Are you hearing me better now?
Right. Yeah, they're hearing you better now. All right. Perfect. Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
As I was saying, the government of Grenada, through the COVID Economic Support Secretariat, that's CESS, that's the acronym, and the government decided to partner through that program, right? Mm-hmm. That we're going to do a grant support program. They had an initiative for all businesses that was badly affected by the COVID.
Right.
The government at first the 2.0 of the business. This aspect of it is 2.0.
Right.
The one previously is where we gave support to a lot of business sectors, like especially those with tourism who are badly affected. Small businesses like the hairdressing, cosmetology, those sectors, they benefited a lot. Farmers as well. But this time we decided to increase. Right. Uh-huh. So some people had benefited before up to $5,000, and most persons got cash. But this time we decided to take it up a notch. Mm-hmm. We revamped that, and we're going to give capital income support instead of cash. That's what we're going to do.
We're going to talk about the capital income support because that's very important to understand. But where is that money? Where is that funds coming from?
Okay, so that funds is coming from CDB, right? The Caribbean Development Bank.
Right.
So they are the one that disburse those funding, right? It's a grant funding that the government of Grenada, a loan that the government of Grenada took. The previous administration took that loan, and now we realize that we still have some monies there left, rather than we let the opportunity pass us, that we utilize it to assist as much as possible to all small businesses and so on.
Right. Okay. So I see here you spoke about businesses that were affected by COVID, and then we're also speaking about startup business. Who is entitled? Who is eligible to take advantage of this grant that's available?
All right. So who's eligible would be small and micro businesses. Right? If you have a business idea and you wish to start up as well, then you can bring your business plan and so to us, and we assist you in getting started. And what we try to avoid, like we said, if you're starting up, well, definitely you would need a capital to start up, but we try our best to avoid giving cash as much as possible. Right? So if you have a small business, and you wish to expand, your business had been affected by COVID due to probably loss of sales and so on. For instance, if you have like a shop,
right?
I see you have a little shop, and we know how COVID affected that as much as possible. If you decide now to open up or extend to maybe add a bar to it,
right?
Then you probably would need a deep freeze. You would need some more room, and so on. So you have some expansion of that business. So you gather whatever information and so on. You sign up. Well, first of all, you must get a form, or you can apply online,
right?
Because we have an online platform available at finance.gd, www.finance.gd.
Right.
Or if you go visit the government website, that www.gov.gd, then you can apply using that portal there, all right? And you upload all the information and so on there, and you submit it to us. We get the information. Well, thus far we have over 2,000 applicants.
Yeah.
And the program is going up until December 31st, Junior. So contrary to what some people might believe, that the program, the deadline was September, but no, the program goes up until December 31st. And already we have approved a number of applicants, and the disbursement of those, what is being approved, will start very, very soon. So I encourage persons, if you have a business idea, feel free to share it. And there's a process in which it goes through.
Right.
So quite often we get, a large volume of calls on a daily basis. Persons want to find out when are we going to pay all the money and so on. But like I said, we're giving capital support. So if, as the example that I used a while ago with a shop, and you have to get a new fridge, then we have our program officers. They would come out and verify what it is that you're asking for is really what you need. Sometimes you might be asking for a fridge,
right?
But when our program officers come out there, we see that you don't really need a fridge, but instead you might need something else. You might need probably to repair the entire shop, right? So we give advice as well as to how do you go about doing all of that and so on. We take all those things into consideration. They bring in their reports, and we review. Then we make our final approval.
Right. Cassandra is asking, are the businesses expected to register with any relevant authority?
Yes, that is part of the requirement, that you must be registered, right? Even if you apply and you are not yet registered, then we assist in getting you registered, right? So you go up to the Kaipo building, that's up at close to the Parliament building, at the entrance of the Parliament building.
Yeah.
On your left hand side, that's the corporate intellectual affairs office up there, Kaipo. Once you go up there with your business idea and so on, they assist you in getting registered. I know for small businesses it's only $25. I don't know for the larger businesses, obviously it will be more. So they assist you. You pay, and then probably in about a week time you have your business registration certificate.
Right. What is being done to help businesses or people just that are thinking about starting their business? What has been done, or is there anything associated with this grant to help them come up with ideas that might be profitable? Like, for instance, someone might say, okay, they want to create a business of XYZ, but within that demographic area, that niche, it's oversaturated. How do you narrow down if that person, or what support do you give them?
Right. So we have some entrepreneurship training, right, where we partner with different sectors to do that, and we give advice as well. We have different stakeholders. For example, we have the youth bees under the Ministry of Youth, right? They assist us, as well as the Grenada Development Bank, right? So we have them as stakeholders to assist with, formulating and giving advice. For instance, if you're doing barbecue, Junior, and you have interest in doing barbecue, and there's about 10 other persons in your area, in your community doing barbecue, you have to ask yourself what it is about my business that would stand out among the rest. So we have to help you craft that whole to improve what you're offering.
Yes.
So maybe you might want to offer, let's say, jerk chicken,
or jerk pork,
or maybe even using probably barbecue mutton,
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that's things that we assist, we give advice and so on, to persons. So it's not just, giving them the grant, and then a couple of months down the road, they're not that successful, because statistics have shown, Junior, that over 50% of businesses fail at startup when they within a year or so. So we want to ensure whatever that we do, when we give that level of assistance, that it helps to impact and you become successful. Right.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to ensure.
Guys, we're chatting here with Senator Queens Britton, and we're talking about the grant funding, the COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat, and the grant funding that allows for over $30,000 in grant support for businesses. Now, we're going to take your calls shortly. In fact, you could save the number right now, because I know there are so many questions that's coming in. People met me today and was asking the questions about the how you process, how you get your application, and you were saying about 100% concession to successful applicant. Tell us about that.
Yes, Junior. Also, once, for instance, when you apply, that you have some, because not everything that we can get on island.
Right.
For example, let's use hairdressing salon. Right, you may not able to get a chair right here, or probably a sink. So you may have to order that sink. So once you bring in that, you get the whatever check and so on, or disbursement, and you make your order. When it comes in at the port, we give duty-free concession, 100% duty-free concession, because we are about helping people. So you don't want to give someone something and then after in return we tax them right, to bring it in and so on. So that's one of the perks that we offer.
What about vehicles? If someone need a particular vehicle to do a particular job, would they get a concession on that vehicles as well?
No, you see, because let me put it this way. Probably if you have a vehicle that is part of your business,
right,
and you probably want to fix that vehicle, or that vehicle needs some level of mechanical repairs, and there is some part that you may have to get to have that vehicle functional, then we can consider that. But we wouldn't just give the grant just to someone just to go get a vehicle, because we have had some questions and so on like that. Persons requesting.
Well, and what about the concession on vehicle? Like if someone want to get concession on a vehicle to carry out their business duties here on island, the concession part, would that work for vehicles?
It does, and there will be some level of requirements. For instance, if you're a farmer, mm-hmm, and you have lands up to, and you must have an income of a certain amount. Once you fall within that threshold, then you go to the Ministry of Agriculture and you can apply and take advantage and so on of that. So there are considerations, to businesses, and so once you meet the requirement. So for me to say no, they would not be giving concession, that would be spreading false information. So there is concession granted once you reach the requirement, but from our point, our program, what is geared towards is not really towards that. I just give you a scenario, so right, I don't want everyone coming, because you have to be very careful when you see certain things.
Yes. That
people come out there rushing and say, well, I've heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you say that? So that we're very mindful of.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. This is very, very interesting, and I want you guys to start calling and ask the question, because I know that there are so many concerns. Someone messaged me today and say, is this real or is this fake? Now this is very, very real, and you could benefit from it. We're going to give you all the links. In fact, we're going to put a link so you could register on the page, and where you could go if you're in Grenada, and how you could get this thing done right away. Someone was asking, they're saying, okay, well, $30,000 over a period of time, and so many applications that is being submitted. Aren't you overdoing? Like, wouldn't you run out of funds? And I mean, how do you know who to give money to? And when do you actually cut off?
Right. So as I mentioned earlier, the deadline for application is December 31st. Right. So basically, we want to give as much persons the opportunity so that they can benefit, in one way, shape, or form. It's not everyone who apply may need $30,000 of income support.
Right.
Right. So we have a strict monitoring system in place where when you submit your application, then our program officers would get in contact with you. They would come do a site visit wherever that your business is, and they bring back a report. And they're very effective, Junior. I trust me, I been a part of the team for just over a month, and the people there at the office very polite and they're very hardworking. So a team of hardworking individuals, and what they give us, I wouldn't say everything is gospel, but I trust them enough that they provide accurate information. And so how the process works: if someone brings in application, and once all the necessary documents is there, then our program officers will contact you. They will schedule a field visit, and the program officer would make the report. So whenever I pick up that application, Junior, I must be able to see exactly what it is that they're selling to me, asking to approve.
Right.
Right. So that's how it works. And so far, most people try to take advantage to benefit from the whole 30,000, but in most cases we see that they don't need the whole 30,000.
Right.
They might just need half of it, or even quarter. So that's why if we were thinking that, okay, let's say the government has $10 million to disburse, and if you do the maths, you realize that, okay, not much persons might be able to benefit, but more people would be able to benefit, like I said, because we want to ensure that you get what you need, and not just what you want.
Right. So up to $30,000. What if it's determined that that person needs $50,000?
All right. So if the person need more than what the program is offering, then we can refer them to GDB, right? So the government also, through GDB, has a small business loan where they're offering business loan at an interest rate at 1%.
Oh, wow.
And there's a 3-year moratorium on that as well.
Oh, wow. That's good.
I guess you didn't know that, right?
No, I didn't know that. Let's take this call. We got a call on the line. Let's take this call. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Yes, I'm calling from Grenada.
Okay, yes, caller. Go right ahead.
St. Andrew. I just wanted to ask a question. What if you want to apply for the small loan, and you already register your business, but your business, you wasn't paying taxes on the business? What will the team, the committee do if the person business was registered but wasn't paying taxes on it?
Okay, you got that?
The last part of it.
Okay. Caller, repeat yourself. We didn't hear you too clearly.
I was asking if you have a business and it's registered and you need assistance for the business, but your business, you wasn't paying taxes on the business, what will happen? But you want to apply for the loan.
Right, okay.
Okay, so if you are not tax compliant, well, that's something that the Ministry of Finance, they definitely, because at the end of the day, they are the ones that the parents, really and truly.
Right.
So, but I don't think, in my humble opinion, that should be something that should deter you. So if you have obligation to pay tax, let's say you're in arrears for taxes, then maybe you can come in and speak with them and see what best ways that you can work out that, so that you could benefit. Because it's quite obvious that if the government is giving assistance, they want to ensure that you giving assistance to people who are also tax compliant and so on, and they would do things above board. One of the things also that, let me just point out, that the business must be registered in your name, and the business have to be, we're giving priority to, once the business is your main source of income. That's one of the eligibility for the grant. It must be one of your main source of income. Right. It doesn't mean that if you're doing a little business on the side, but we give priority to those as your main source of income, because of course we want to help you expand so you can move to the next level. And the business, like I said, it must be owned. It could be managed by someone else, but at least it's owned and registered in your name, and you should be the one that applying for the business and not someone else on behalf of you.
All right. Caller?
Okay. Junior, I have another question.
Go ahead.
I got one more question. Okay, so how you were speaking about like concessions of this and stuff for vehicles. So if you do not need a brand new vehicle, but you can find a second-hand vehicle like a pickup job here, and it's good in good condition. Would that be applied? Would you get some funding from the program to purchase the vehicle, like from Grand Lake, maybe auctioning, maybe the police maybe auctioning, something like that?
All right.
Around 16,000. Would you guys be looking at that also?
We try our
To help
best.
with the business based on what they need, because you have to put your goods and stuff.
All right.
Right.
All right.
We try our best not really to give towards that, because the vehicle is too much at risk, right? It's too much at risk involved, giving those, and then we don't want to set a trend that everyone else will come asking for vehicles,
Right.
or to purchase, because we got it before, where maybe some boss owners, saw it, okay, $30,000, we could use that. If we have 10% of that, we could get a loan, right? Once we're able to do that, but we try our best not to, because one of the focuses is for small micro businesses, especially the cottage industry. We also more focused on the agriculture sector, agro processing, right? Food security. So if you have business, innovative business ideas and so on, within that region, that sector, that is one of the focus for the income support and so on. Because if we're thinking about, feeding ourselves and being more self-reliant,
Right.
then that is an initiative. So there are instances where persons might have a piece of land and they want to, they're farming, but they need some assistance with the irrigation system, right? And, those pumps, those pipes and so on is very expensive. So you can take you can take that opportunity so that you can get support as much as possible. You have to ensure that you are a registered farmer. First of all, you must be registered. So whatever we do in Junior, we have to ensure
Legit.
is legit stuff
Yeah.
that we're doing. It's not anybody just coming and try to take advantage of it. But you have to be registered. You have to have two references from people within the community that know you or who you normally conduct business with.
Right.
Because if you're a small business owner, there must be some people that you sell to. You must
Right.
have some clients. So your clientele, you can get reference from them. And not like a mother trying to reference her daughter and vice versa. So
Yeah.
that's also, Junior, there's another component of it where the government offer. We deal with that as well for as income support, where persons who are still unemployed,
Yes.
they had this support where they was giving $500 every month to them once they are still employed, and once you have your unemployment or you lay off, many persons get laid off during the COVID. So once you have your letter stating that you're laid off and so on, of course we will be cross-referencing with NIS to ensure that you does not have any other source of income.
Right.
Right. So you can apply, and you can apply from August until December. So every month you submit an application asking. The government gives an extension of that aspect. So we do that as well over at the CES office.
Yeah. Black Excellent James is asking, how can persons who are living in the diaspora take advantage of such? I'm interested in the fishing industry. Do it apply to Grenadian living abroad?
Very good question. Like I said, this business has to be registered in your name. So if you and you have to be here to apply, obviously, because if you're living in the diaspora, I mean, we really and truly we don't know people pockets out there,
Right.
you know. And as much as you might be creating some employment, but probably you can assist or give the idea to someone here to help them to set up that business. Because if you're living in the diaspora, I mean, it is only fair to the people out here who is struggling and trying to, for instance, a fisherman who, you know, might need or been having problem with his engine and might need a new engine. You know, it is unfair for me to just say, all right, well, those in the diaspora take advantage, and although you'll be creating some employment, but it is get towards, you know, businesses and so on that is operating on island, and
Right.
you being here a part of the business, you know. So that's how it's getting.
So they have to be registered here
Most
in
definitely.
Grenada. Must be
Most
registered
definitely.
here in Grenada.
And for fishing, you must be registered. The business must be registered with fisheries.
Right.
So you must get a letter and so on from them.
Again, guys, we're taking your call, 718-701-5720. Speaking to Senator Queens Britain. We're talking about the pandemic relief. This is up to $30,000 in grant funding. And yes, you heard it right. Grant, meaning that you don't have to pay back. Some big business might be eligible for the whole 30,000, but not everyone who apply, as was mentioned earlier, may be eligible for the full 30,000. All right. Some businesses might get 10, 15, or some businesses might even need more. And there is a loan, a 1%, and this is amazing, 1% with a 3-year moratorium on loan funded by the GDB, which you could take advantage of. So this is excellent news. But I want to find out about specifically for the people who are not eligible at this time. I know we spoke a lot about eligibility. People directly who are not eligible in general, or if there is any specific general niche of people that are not eligible. What about entertainment?
Well, we don't discriminate, you know, to say persons who are not eligible. We encourage everyone to apply, because sometime with the entertainment industry, sometimes, let's say for instance, an artist might want, if that's his trade, that's what he's doing, and an artist might want to, you know, set up a little studio or something like that, you know. We encourage everyone to apply. But one of the things, Junior, the other sectors like entertainment and so on, they were given in the program previously. They benefited from that program. So we would be giving priority to first-time applicants.
Right.
The others who applied before and they got before, we will be, you know, we will not be giving you the priority. We're giving priority to those who are applying for the first time.
Right.
So a lot of market vendors and so on benefited, people in the tourism sector. That includes taxi drivers and bus drivers and so on. Cosmetologists, hairdressers, barber saloon, people in the entertainment industry, some of them, they did benefited from the previous program. So if you have not benefited from any of the programs before, then that makes your chances even better.
Yeah. Someone said, not everyone in the diaspora is living good, my brother.
I know that. I understand that. So, like I said, if you come down and if you listen, we're not. It is unfair to the persons out there that you running a business from the diaspora in Grenada, right? You should have someone on the ground here doing whatever that you have to do and not running the business from outside,
Right.
And so on. That's the point that I was making.
Right.
Right.
Locally here. And what about business? Do you assess for business who might provide a high level of employment? Like, for instance, someone was asking about a print business or a media business. Someone was asking about landscaping. Do you look at the probability for that business to employ a lot of Grenadian, and do they have priority when you look at those businesses and say, you know what, this is a good business, you could employ 10, 15, 20, 30 people, that business, we should give that business some kind of priority.
Yes, yes, Junior. We most definitely we would, because once, like I said, once the business meet the requirement,
Right.
then once that that package is passed, for approval, we sit down and we discuss, whether or not that would impact, or it would be impactful for whether it's the community or the individual, or the individuals that would be impacted by that. So we look at it thoroughly, and that's where we whether we give the yea or nay on. And in very few instances thus far, we had to turn down any applicant and so on. So most persons so far, even if it's not much, whatever that we see that they need, we try to meet their needs and not just what they want. Because take for instance, someone might have a shop. I like to use shop because most areas you go, you find a lot of retail shop, those little shops and so on in the community, and they might asking for, let's say, they might want one fridge and then maybe about $20,000 worth of goods.
Right.
Now, it is too risky when you have to just give for goods. It's very risky because the possibility is that if you should have enough. So we would not, if we have to consider stocks, it would not be very much, right? We would give probably a certain amount, so at least you would have some capital to keep you afloat, so that you're able to replenish your stocks. Because some persons who had stocks and so on before, and by COVID it was affected, and businesses are very slow and so on. It takes a longer time to get a quick turnover and so on. So that's why I say it's very risky, doing that. So we want to make sure that whatever we do can impact your business as much as possible. So if you have to give stock, it will be very, very minimal stock that we'll be giving towards that. But we try our best not to go along that trend, right?
Someone was asking, and I was thinking the same thing as it relates to rental support, because of course there are many. So you don't give cash per se.
Not necessarily, but there might be some extreme circumstances. For instance, if you're renting a place where you might have a business set up and you default in the rent, that is something that we can give consideration to get you back up to a position where you should be at, right? Also, we offer some financial counseling if some persons might require some financial counseling, because if you have a business, you should be able to be trained enough, or be disciplined enough to manage your own affairs,
right,
so that you don't a situation like that don't happen after we give you whatever support, and at the end of the year you're back to square one. So that is something when we give the individual or approve whatever that we're giving, we ensure that you in a better position than you were before you got the support.
Right. And that in somehow include, update and monitoring that business from time to time and ensuring that.
Most definitely.
Great. Guys, we're talking to Senator Queens Britton on this grant, and I know that again there are so many questions. I see it's popping up. I can't get to all the questions, guys, so if you want to call in, you could do that right now. The number that you call is 718-701-5720. We put your number back up on the screen. If you don't want to call direct, you could call on WhatsApp as well. The number is 718-701-5720. What's included in this grant? You get support to micro and small businesses to purchase material, tools, and working capital for up to a maximum of $30,000. Entrepreneur training, 100% concession to successful applicants who wish to import capital items to the business. Eligible for grant. Those are eligible for grant are all applicant must complete the application form and provide the necessary document to the COVID Economic Support Secretariat, and that's where is that? Where is that located?
We are located at the east wing of the Kirani James Stadium, right? So that's the access point is between the two stadiums, between the access points where we are located.
Yeah.
Is at the east wing of the Kirani James Stadium. We are on the ground floor. So once you access in between the two stadiums, between the cricket stadium and the athletic stadium, you just ask anyone for where is the COVID-19 Secretariat or the stimulus office. Most people know it as the stimulus office, so just ask them where the stimulus office, and the security will direct you. You can pick up forms there, you can drop off, as well as forms are available at every district revenue office throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Also, Junior, we'll be going to the communities, right, to inform them. So we'll be moving remotely, going to the communities every Saturday. We started in St. Mark last Saturday, and we'll be continuing to St. Patrick's. Then we will go up to Carriacou, then Petit Martinique, come back down to St. Andrew, St. David, St. George, and we end in St. John. So every Saturday, look out for us, and in a community near you.
Yeah.
We will be advertising and so on, letting persons know that they can come take advantage of that opportunity to come to ask questions, to get clarity on anything that you're not sure about, even to sign up. Rather, if you don't have the time during the week to come to the stadium, then you can use the opportunity to bring whatever information so we could put your package together and start processing.
Right. So it's not only in St. George's. My family and friends in St. Andrews, my family and friends in St. Mark, and all over Carriacou and Petit Martinique, you guys going into the communities, and that's very important. That's very, very, very important. And a lot of people don't have access to internet. No, a lot of people don't have access to the website. So you guys have physical forms which they could fill out.
Or they can even call the office as well too. It's 435-1457, 435-1459. Sorry.
Yeah.
1459.
We're gonna put a number up. We got a call on the line. Caller live. Where you calling us from? Sorry.
St. Patrick.
St. Patrick. Okay, do me a favor. Just put the phone. If you have me on speaker, take it off a speaker and just talk to me straight into the phone because I'm not hearing you too clearly. Right? Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and ask your question.
I have a question, right?
Yes.
I want to provide vegetables and certain stuff. We finally I'm doing a better job as people passing around and
I'm not hearing you, call. I'm not hearing you. I don't know if you heard.
I heard the part about vegetables.
So the only vegetable you could make out.
What I can say to the caller is that on Saturday, God's will, right? We will be in Sotez. The tentative venue. We propose the bus terminus in Sotez. We just have to, once we have some confirmation, then we will advertise, but we will be in St. Patrick's in Sotez this coming Saturday. So you can come and ask whatever question that you wanted to find out. Whatever you want to find out, you could always come to us in Sotez when we will be there this Saturday. All right?
Yeah. Hold on. Caller, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. We're listening.
Something giving feedback.
Yeah, we're getting a little feedback from you as well. But tell you what, I see a number here. What I'm going to do is we can't hear you too clearly, but we'll contact you back and give you all the information that you need. Okay?
Most definitely.
All right, caller. We'll contact you back, and we'll give you all the information on your inquiries. Okay?
Hello?
Yeah. Hi. Are you hearing me?
You know who was speaking, right?
No. You go ahead. Go ahead. We're listening.
We are body who was speaking. Hello?
Yes. Sorry. I didn't hear it.
Who was speaking.
It's like we're really not hearing because there's some audio problem. Well, tell you what, we'll call you right back off air and we'll get your information. Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks again. Sorry. Again, guys, if you have questions about the program, the stimulus for business, the grant, $30,000 grant for business, you could call in right now. Give them the number again that they could call in at the Secretariat office.
All right, so they can call in at the Secretariat office at 435-1459. That's the landline. The mobile, you can also reach us at 416-0097 or 423-5727.
All right, and the
you want our Carrico number as well too?
Yes, Carrico number.
Yes, Carrico office. The number is 423-5749. That's 423-5749. So we'll be visiting Carrico very, very soon. Applicants and so on from Carrico, when they gather the information, they send it down to us, and so that we can start processing as well. I've also noticed some kayaks coming down and bringing in their form physically.
Yeah.
So they want to ensure that they get their fair share.
Right.
So everyone will be getting their share one way or the other. Like I said, not everyone who applies for 30,000 are persons or that might need that kind of level of assistance. But whatever that we're doing, we're trying to impact as much businesses as much as possible. Once you've been affected by the COVID-19 and you want to get back up, to a area where you're able to, or in a position where you're able to, be more sustainable and economically viable again, right? So that's what our aim is. That was the thinking of the government. And Junior, guess what? We did that in the first 100 days.
Yeah. Someone was asking about the number again. The number that you call is 473-416-0097 or 423-5272. In Carrico, you could call, of course, the 473, if you're calling from overseas, 423-5749. Online, you could go www.finance.gd. That's finance.gd. There's also an email address. They're giving you everything. COVID economic stimulus,
yeah, at gmail.com.
Right? All that information, guys, we're gonna put that information in the description so you guys could get all that. You could just copy and paste it right there. And they're located, the Secretariat is located at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. There's no priority over if you walk in and drop it, if you fill it out online, right?
No, not really. No. If you walk in and drop it, because everyone, like I said, we have over 2,000 applicants, and every day you get, I remember in the first day we got over 300 walk-in applicants, and the number kind of remain in the hundreds. Every day you have those volume of persons walking in. Now it's not that busy, so if you come into town and you have other business to conduct, you can always swing by at the athletic stadium and drop in, or you can collect forms, like I said, at any of the district revenue offices. So it's not necessary that you come into town. You can also drop off there as well and once they have it, they would send it down to us. But it is always best that you bring it in, because you might forget something, because you must have a valid ID card.
Right.
So we have to take a copy of that. So if you're going to go to drop it off, maybe at the district revenue office, that's in extreme cases where you really can't, or you can well, I think I'm one of the persons that's very easy to find, especially on the western side. Or you can contact your MP or your member of parliament, or whoever that is your representative there, and ask them if they can give you some assistance in dropping it in for you if you cannot come to the office.
Let's take another call. We got a call on line. Caller, you're live. Where are you calling us from?
Yes, hello, good night.
Hey, good night. How are you? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good I'm calling from Grenada, but in Jordan.
Yes.
I have a small business. Well, I do like barbecue and stuff, but what happened to it is that the flooring in the parlor, it fell. It's not registered, but I sell my sauces and thing online. What can I do to part of the shoe to get in the ground?
Right. So one of the requirements is that your business must be registered. So you can apply to whether it's to fix up the parlor, but one of the requirements is that your business must be registered. So once you come to us at the office and your business is not registered, we assist you in filling out the forms and so on, so you could take it to Kaipo to get your business registered.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for clarifying that. Thank you.
Caller. Thank
You're
you
most
so much.
welcome.
Thank you so much. Again, guys, we're taking two more calls. 718-701-5720. The number is on the screen. Let me see, someone just messaged me. I want to find out how long will it take to receive the grant after you apply till you approve.
Well, it all depends on how long. Well, persons who have applied, let's say within the first 10-15 days, they already been approved. Like I said, the disbursement has not occurred as yet, but we take it over to the Ministry of Finance. Once we approve, we send it over to the Ministry of Finance, and they will do the disbursement. But the first tranches of disbursement has not taken place as yet, but we have quite a bit of applications approved. So the government will definitely be making some big announcements once those disbursement take place. Probably there will be photo ops and so on, persons giving their testimony and so on as to how this will impact them and so on. But what they will be doing is once they are doing the disbursements, then you get whatever check or voucher that you take over to the supplier, so that you can get whatever that you need for your business,
right,
to function.
But that's pending that the supplier is local. What if the supplier is Amazon or the supplier
right?
is the
So
US?
if the supplier is Amazon and so on, well, we try our best really not to. We discourage persons, to deal basically we want to deal directly with suppliers, and Amazon is not really a main supplier. Amazon probably getting it from some factory or something just the same. So if we can do wire transfer, if you're in a position whereby you can do your own wire transfer and then we reimburse you.
Right.
If you're in a position to do that, then we do that. But we try to encourage as much as possible for persons to do their business locally. It would be, you might able to get through in a faster timing than if you have to do, because we have to take into consideration, we want to make sure that we don't get trapped with money laundering and all those financial security measures and so on. So if ever, we try to deal directly as possible with that supplier. So if you have someone supplying out of Miami, and we can get the information and so on. But we always encourage persons to deal local, because obviously we want that money to stay here and circulate within the economy.
But the only possible problem I'm seeing here is there might be suppliers that is not on island. Say, for instance, someone was trying to set up a broadcast studio like what we have here. The mixing boards, the mics, the lights, the cameras, all may not be readily available by suppliers on the island. They may have to get it at B&H
Right.
or one of those computer or video production studio. I mean stores. What happens then? They buy it and then you reimburse them.
Yes, that's what we will do. They buy it, and of course, when you're bringing it in, then we offer the 100% duty-free concession as well.
Okay, all right. Someone was asking, and I could answer that. They just text me. They say, "Is there a time limit to repay?" This is a grant.
It's a grant. You don't have to pay back anything.
You don't have to pay back anything. It's a grant. It's not a loan, so you don't have to pay back. All right. Someone just messaged me that their question. Someone else on WhatsApp: can you use the grant for additional work on your? Okay, can you use grant for additional work? Example: build a door, stairs, and where can you apply? Can you use the grant for other things? But it will be specific to what you
Business,
said.
most definitely, because once you apply, like I said, once you apply, the procedure is the protocol in which we follow. It will be followed up by our program officers by doing a field visit. They would report to us what are their findings and so on, and if ever they make recommendations where needed to persons, because not, like I said, not everybody who asks for something that they want is what do they really need. So they can also make some recommendations to you. Once is to improve the business that you're doing, right? So we have competent persons, and I have no fear that that they will be giving us accurate information, like I said earlier on.
Right. What if at the end of all of this stuff, there are monies that is still left over? What happens then?
Well, that question, and which I highly doubt, that's that there will be monies left over. Like I said, more persons will be able to benefit based on what I'm seeing so far. More persons will be able to benefit, because some people, when they do the maths and they look and they say, $30,000, if you're going to multiply that, how will we come up with 10 million? Is not much persons will be benefiting from that. But like I said, not everyone that apply for 30,000 might need 30,000. They might just need 3,000.
Right.
Right. So that's why I said much more people will be benefiting, and we would go on. We end at December 31st is the deadline, but that doesn't mean to say that all the disbursement will happen on or before December 31st. So it depends on if someone brings in an application on the last day.
Right.
Right. So we have to take all that into consideration, and then if by middle of January or end of January, early February, that is ready, then we go ahead. But all applications and so on, the deadline for application is December 31st, 2022.
Right. Someone else just messaged me on WhatsApp. They said here, when you apply and we're about to, so I guess they're saying that they're about to register. They haven't officially registered the business as yet. Would they still be eligible for the grant?
Well, you can come and bring in your application, right? And afterwards, you get your business registration certificate. If you are in the process, you don't have to wait until you get the business registration certificate, right? What you can do is drop in your application and as the time goes by, when you get the supporting document, you come in and you bring it in. It all depends on how far that you live as well too. So you try, if you're living, like say in Grenville or somewhere in St. Andrews, I use that as the furthest parish, or maybe to the other northern part of the island, let's say Roseville, River Sally. If you're living that distance, you don't want to come down to the office just to drop the reference letter and then you come back with the business certificate, because we have to take into consideration the cost of travel. So if you can gather all the information, gather as much as possible. However, if you have to get the business registered, we know that's a process. It doesn't take more than a week once you apply up by Kaipo. It does not take more than a week, just a couple of days. You get the business registration certificate. So if you come, you can bring the documents, and if it's that's the only thing that you have to wait on, then you can bring that information or that copy of the business registration certificate. You don't have to copy it. You bring it, come in its original form, and we take a copy of it and we give you back the original. So too is your whatever ID that you're presenting, because especially for the unemployment benefit, you must present a copy, or you must present your NIS card so we can take a copy to attach it to your file. And once you have all the necessary supporting documents, that is when your application will go to the next process, because we can't start processing in applicants and all the information and so on is not there.
Right.
So many persons asking, well, how come they haven't called me as yet? Next question I would ask, did you bring in all your supporting documents? And that is when you would be given priority. Well, we give you priority, and we start processing that application. So
Right. So all that information, all that supporting documents should be in. That's when you go on to the next level. Of course, this is a great opportunity. I'm very, very excited about this, because last year we did something somewhat similar, and we plan to do it again this year, where we gave up to $10,000 grant for businesses. We did like a Shark Tank, and this year we're doing it again. So I'm very happy to hear that the government of Grenada is promoting entrepreneurship, because I believe that is the way to go. We have about 5 more minutes. One quick question here. Someone said, Junior, I'm doing landscaping but don't have transport. Can I apply for the grant to get a transport to move from point A to point B for my business?
Well, like I mentioned earlier on, we try our best not to, because it's very risky. Like I said,
Right.
Try to do that. But whatever we're doing, we try to, impact the business as much as possible, right? So probably, this is a special case, but we don't turn down anyone.
Right.
We look at it, and also, Junior, we also have an oversight committee. So anything that we're not too certain about at our end, we escalate it to the stakeholders. So we have representative from NIS and so on. So they, as well as the Ministry of Finance. So we meet, we let them know, look at the cases that we have and what should we do. They give us the best advice and so on. So we would not be turning down or trying to deter anyone from doing whatever, deter them from applying. So everyone could apply, and we can give you the best advice. Sometimes you might say why, you might want to use it to buy a vehicle or a transport for, let's say, $10,000, and when you look at it, it may not even last you for another 5 years.
Yeah.
So so if GDB could facilitate that and get you something, give you a loan so that you can repay, like I said, is 1% interest, and you have a 3-year moratorium once you meet the requirements. So if GDB can assist you in that, and you can get a good enough walking vehicle, that could help you to impact your business, then our grant could assist you in probably getting some more tools and so on, so that you can better or expand the business that you're doing.
Yeah. Great initiative. Again, guys, we're talking about the support for micro and small businesses to purchase material, tools, and working capital for up to a maximum of $30,000. Entrepreneur training, 100% concession to successful applicants who wish to import capital items for the business. Eligible for grant, all applicants must complete the application form and provide the necessary supporting documents. Also, your business must be your main source of income, and business must be owned and managed by the applicant. Those are some of the pointers here. Anything else before we wrap up? General information that everyone should know.
Well, I think I've said a lot. I give, just let me just reiterate where the where the office is located. Sorry, as the CES office or the stimulus office. We are located at the ground floor of the Kirani James Stadium. That's on the east wing, so you can access this office between the two stadiums, right? You just ask anyone where the COVID or the stimulus office is, and they can direct you. You can come. You get all the information that you need there. You can pick up forms. You can drop it off. So this is available to all micro, small businesses. If you have a business idea and you wish to start up your own business, then we can provide assistance in helping you to draft your business idea, formulate it into a business plan, and so on. And of course, we will be providing the necessary training for you, whether it's for bookkeeping, financial management, as the case may be. So we try our best to make sure that you will be in a better position than you are prior to you receiving that grant.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Great information, guys. For more information, you could contact, as I said earlier, for more information, you could contact the phone numbers 473 435 1459. The mobile numbers are 473 416 0097 or 423 5727. In Carriacou, you can call 473 423 5749. The website is covideconomicstimulus@gmail.com. And the website, you could get the form right now to register, is finance.gd. That's finance.gd. Senator Britton, I got to say thank you for coming and being our first guest inside studio here in Grenada. We appreciate you, and we know that by tomorrow you're going to get 1,000 more applicants, because people are very interested now. People know that it's real, it's not no fake. I'm sure that the numbers will go up drastically. A lot of work in store for tomorrow.
Yes, Junior, most definitely. And we, on behalf of the CES office, let me just take the opportunity to thank you and the Ride Along team for accommodating us. It was something very short notice,
yes.
And I'm very thrilled to come to provide the information to the viewers and listeners out there, both home and in the diaspora. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for your patience. You took the time off listening, asking questions, being interactive as much as possible. And feel free. You can always meet me, and you can message me, whether it's on Facebook. You can follow me, and just ask the questions, and I'll be happy to provide whatever information that I have, and anything that I don't have, I would find out and I would get the information to you. That's how I operate.
That's good. Great information. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great information there, guys. If you guys still didn't get all the stuff that we said already, we're going to put that information in the description of this program. Thanks again to the CES office for Senator Quince Britton for coming on very, very short notice, I must say. But I think it was necessary that we give you guys this information here today. Again, the COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat, they're located right on the ground floor of the stadium. You could go and check them out. If you still need the number and information, the phone number is 473-435-1457. The mobile number is 416-0097 or 423-5727. I'm saying it fast, but I'm going to put it in the chat. In Carriacou is 423-5749, and the website is finance.gd. That's finance or finance, depending on how you want to say it. Finance.gd. That's where you can check it out. We say thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program. We got one quick break and we'll be right back. Don't move.
NDC Florida chapter launch Saturday, October 15th, 2022 from 8 p.m. to 12 midnight. Dress code semi-formal. Music by DJ Chris and DJ Dre. It's all going down at Sings Roti Delight, 4301 North State Road 7, Lauderdale Lakes, Florida 33319. There's going to be a buffet dinner, a cash bar, and a representative from the NDC Party of Grenada will be present. Join us. It's just a $50 donation. Don't forget to RSVP 718-986-3901 or 203-984-8738. See you there.
Forward with NDC. Forward.
Grenadian products are now only a mouse click away at grenadamarket.com. Nutmeg and guava jams, jellies and the syrups, world famous nutmeg pain relief spray, black sage, soursop, lemongrass, and bois bande bar. Ordering is simple and friendly. All major credit cards accepted. Safe, secure shopping guaranteed. GrenadaMarket.com ships your product anywhere in the world. So when you can't go to the island, the products off the island can be sent to you. Just log on to www.grenadamarket.com and experience our quick delivery and homely service.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for being a part of our program here. For the next couple of days, guys, we're going to be here in Grenada. So expect a lot of live guests right here as we chat. All right, talking about a number of things. We're even going to have, listen, get this. We're even going to have Battle of the Sexes live as well. Right here. Whole week, we're here in Grenada. All right. On behalf of all our production team here at Ride Along Studio in Grenada and in New York, our senior executive producer Lois JJ, the moderating team, we have Gail, Kibbs, and Deanne Fraser. Say thank you so much and good night. Guys, take advantage of this opportunity. Yeah? Don't let it pass by. Submit your information, submit all your supporting documents, and start your business, enhance your business, get your business off the ground. Take advantage of this opportunity, Grenada. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Good night.
Chicks Export Limited, Toronto, Canada, shipping barrels and other cargo to Grenada in 3 weeks, including custom clearing and home delivery to anywhere in Grenada. They source, purchase, and ship new and used anything. Call or WhatsApp Eric, aka Greens, on 416-569-9755. That's 416-569-9755. Check us out on Facebook at Green Chicks Export or email us at greenchicksexport@gmail.com.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.